Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Transform My Trading. Today's Thursday, January 8, 2026, and we're going to be covering the NQ market. I might do another video for ES separately, but right now on the screen, you guys could see the left side is NQ 1 minute, and on the right side is NQ 5 minute chart. This is basically without all the levels or and angles from TMT transform my trading. I just wanted to show you guys this is a blank chart basically. I do have on it the daily open, overnight low and overnight high, and on this one I've also put the 5 minute uh, first 5 minute bar high and low. Some people use that. I don't usually use much, but it usually I put it on here because I want to show you guys during the day sometimes it comes acts as a support or resistance, and it did that today. So from this blank chart we're going to go into our regular chart with all the levels on there and angles, and you'll see how uh, the, the angles and the levels played a key part. Basically, if we look at on the 5 minute, the market dropped considerably in the morning, and then it basically played around these two levels, between this level and this level. It went through here, but nothing really materialized. So it was pretty sideways market all day long, but there were still some opportunities to trade. So if we focus back on the 1 minute chart where we trade accordingly, or with the chart, let's look at the 1 minute chart here. Uh, Sorry, one sec. All right, so let's look at the 1 minute chart. Uh, the 5 minute on this one, the 5 minute high and low, it's somewhere around here. I don't have it here, but you guys could always put it on there. I do have the VWAP here as well. This black line is the VWAP. I just put it on there for uh, kind of support and resistance. Usually it reverses from that point. And I just use the VWAP. I don't use the deviations of the VWAP, just a regular VWAP, just for my trade confirmations or additional confirmations. You don't really have to put on there, but if it helps you, go ahead and do it. Uh, so market dropped, it opened right there and it dropped, and it gave us, if our first trade was right here around 7 a.m. our time, right there. We had a lower low and higher high on RSI, so we had a good divergence at the angle. So that was a good buy right there. Market climbed higher then and continued going high into this level here, actually to this angle, and there was the thing, the VWAP, and look at how this level right there, it played as resistance several times. It tried to break through it, but it never wasn't very successful. So if we and look at how RSI was going down. So this was a good sell right there with a stop somewhere around here. The next trade came in. It was a beautiful trade, just a scalping trade right there. It hit the level and the angle at the same time, and with an RSI uh, oversold. It came back up to this level again, and this was another good sell right there. Basically, today was we could have sold it up and down between those two levels. Came back down here with RSI oversold, again reverse right at that angle and the level. Nothing really there to trade. I would have traded right there on the upside, right there. I would have showed it right there. It came to the angle, level, TMT level, and overnight low. Okay, so again, these are most of them are scalping, but on NQ you could easily take like 10 to 20 ticks easily. Then the next trade was this one right here at the bottom. Again, it came down, touched this level here, and we had an RSI oversold. That was again reversal. After that, there were some trades here, but you didn't really have to take it. The one that I really liked was this trade right there. Market this level right here. By the way, if you guys put the 5 minute chart, let me go back here. The gray line here is the 5 minute low, the first 5 minute low right there. So look at how it came back up to that level during the day. It touched, never really closed above it and stayed above it with force. So it came right through it, right through view up, and right through the overnight low. If you wanted to have an aggressive sell, it was somewhere right here, or you could have just played conservative and sold it around right there. And if we put our levels back on there, you guys could see how we had one of our levels right there. It didn't, again, it's the level and the 5 minute low was basically kind of the same. So it never really closed above it with force or went above it with force. It came down and touched that level. And that was another good place to go long right there. Okay. And then another long was right there. And there were a bunch of shorts, right? Look at this angle was acting as resistance. Look at how many times: one, two, three, four. So there were basically scalping trades today. And again, the levels and the angles played around very well based on the market. And it just the matter was we just had to have the patience to wait for the right setup where price to come at the right location, price and time to meet together, and then we could have traded. Like for example, this one right here, this one right there, this one right there, that one, that one. Again, and you get to know this the more time you spend in front of a computer in the screen, the more easily you can see this. You could trade this off of Renko charts, or I prefer most of the time I use 1 minute chart and 5 minute, but I trade off of 1 minute. So that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact me at transformmytrading@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. Thank you.